The search continues for Jasmine Robinson, the 23-year-old pregnant woman from Archer who disappeared 10 months ago. Freddie WARMACK was born and raised in Newberry, and he was elected as the mayor for the city in 1984, making him the first African American to do so. The renovations of Barbara Higgins Park includes a grill, mulch, and a playground repainted. An organization in Gainesville held a tour and talk in the Fifth Avenue area to teach its history and to discuss ways to help restore the culture in the area without displacing its longtime residents. Archer native Roberta Lopez is the project coordinator for the Bethlehem Methodist Episcopal Cemetery Restoration Organization, and she wants the community's support to preserve its history. In honor of W. George Allen, the first black student to graduate from the University of Florida, members of the College of Law planted a tree in his remembrance. Students at Santa Fe High School who are enrolled in African American history and literature courses had the opportunity to learn more about the social linguistics in Africa.
Friends, family, and Alachua County Sheriff's deputies have been searching for Jasmine Robinson, who's been missing since last Tuesday.
TV 20's Voleer Thomas is live tonight in the studio with an update on the search for the woman who is pregnant.
People across North Central Florida are trying to find Jasmine Robinson, and her family says they're worried about her safety.
7 months almost, you know, that meant anything could happen to her or baby. She's out there and we don't know where she's at.
23-year-old Jasmine Robinson has been missing since February 19th. Jasmine has been living in Archer all of her life, and her family members say it's odd to not hear from her in so long.
We were really close. We always hang out together. Like sometimes she need me to take her somewhere, I'll take her somewhere. And I found it strange that she never messaged me after Sunday, because she usually always messages me someday. So I just found it real strange.
ASO shared a missing persons flyer, but they say they don't consider her endangered.
Generally, someone who is endangered, there is something above and beyond the fact that they are simply not where they're supposed to be as an adult. Do they have a pre-existing medical condition? Are they medication dependent? Have they made statements or received statements that may indicate that they are personally in peril?
I think she is endangered because we don't know if she eating, we don't know if she got money, we don't know nothing.
Jasmine is facing an upcoming court date for a change of plea for charges related to mobile phone theft and credit card fraud, but her family doesn't think that's a factor in her disappearance.
I don't think that court date and all that got anything to do with her missing, because Jazz, when she was paying her money, she admit that she did some wrong and she was paying for it. She was going, paying, seeing her probation and paying her money for it. I don't think this got anything to do with her being missing. I really don't. And I think we're wasting time trying to pin that to this situation.
And the family is asking for help.
It's just very heartbreaking. So if anybody, you know, out there that know anything, please let us know. And we're still praying. We ain't giving up.
The information to contact the detective working on the case is on our website at WCJB.com. Reporting live in the studio, Voleer Thomas, TV 20 News.
It's another blow for the city of Newberry. Just a month after his daughter passed away, the first African-American mayor of Newberry has also died.
Prominent civic leader Judy Hassan Lewis died in late February. Now, former Mayor Freddie WARMACK is also gone. TV 20's Voleer Thomas spoke with family and city leaders about WARMACK's legacy.
Freddie WARMACK was born and raised in Newberry, and he was elected as the mayor for the city in 1984, making him the first African American to do so. His family and city leaders say he left an impact in their lives and in the community.
This community really loves him and cares for him.
87-year-old Freddie WARMACK died Monday night in his home in Newberry. WARMACK was the first African-American mayor for the city, and he served the position for 10 years. He was also a civil rights leader and served as a city commissioner.
We could do honor to the memory of Mayor WARMACK by remembering that everywhere we look in this town, we see part of his legacy. This city hall that I'm standing in front of was under his stewardship. Freddie WARMACK Park. There just isn't a place that we can go in our community and not see his legacy. Family members also remembered him as a great storyteller.
He had a lot of history in him, and he could remember. He never lost his memory. He always could remember. No matter how sick he got, he could remember all the history.
WARMACK made sure all voices were heard in the city.
He reached out just not to the African American community, but to the city of Newberry as a whole.
My favorite memory of him was his smile. his warmth, his love, his compassion for people, his compassion for the city, his compassion to do what was right.
WARMACK's great-grandson hopes his great-grandfather's legacy continues to live on in the city of Newberry.
He did a bunch of great stuff for the city, and so I feel like knowing that he's not here anymore, I feel like it should make us kind of try and do what he did.
The family plans on having the funeral April 13th, and they are currently looking for the location for the funeral. Reporting in Newberry, Voleer Thomas, TV 20 News. Normally on Halloween, kids look forward to getting lots of candy. But for two brothers, this year's treat was different.
We did not think it was going to turn out to be as big as it was, you know.
Okay, so this is over the top.
PK Young's Roaring Riptides robotics team partnered with the Magic Wheelchair Organization to unveil patrol-themed wheelchair costumes at Rawlings Elementary School. That's where 14-year-old Xavion and 6-year-old Zyler Mason received customized wheelchairs that resembled a patrol car and fire truck.
Every time we see a fire truck,
they get all excited.
Fire truck.
Both boys have a genetic disability which affects their nervous system.
Pelizaeus-Merzbacher's disease, they call it PMD for short,
or they call it Pelizaeus-Merzbacher disorder. Yeah,
also,
so either way, same initials.
But they're our kids. We love them. You know, they're just like any other kids. They're funny. They like to have a good time.
The oldest one.
Xavion and Zyler even got to roll in style.
This was so amazing, especially for my family, because we've been through a lot and we're going through a lot.
We just appreciate everything because you don't think about stuff like this happening to you, you know, and so it's a true blessing, and we are truly thankful.
The Mason family is currently looking for donations for their accessible van project.
We have a van, but it's not accessible.
Yeah, and you see they have the motorized chairs, and so we have to lift those into the van, you know.
And every day I just deal with what I have to deal with to get them in there and, you know, keep rolling. So that's it.
But we're thankful.
This year's trick-or-treating experience for the brothers will be one they won't forget. And both Alonzo and LaShonda say they're grateful.
Look, today was awesome. If anybody else ever gets a chance to experience this, just relish it, because life is short and we need to cherish everything about it. Continue to just love each other, continue to help people, because it all comes back to you.
It does.
You know, and we just thank God for everything.
In Gainesville, Voleer Thomas, TV 20 News.